Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. 9:13 Tuesday night. We're in for some trouble, or rather, I think we're in for a treat. Trouble in the sense that I've got a pretty hefty weekend damage report where I probably consumed like 10,000 calories from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday across the 3 days. So that's pretty bad in terms of the net caloric balance that I'm trying to go for. Today also not that good. Tuesday. But come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back on track, surely around about that 1600 calorie mark. So I really sort of like double what I was what I was aiming for over the weekend, and so that's pretty bad. Anyway, because I ate so much over the weekend, though, the silver lining is that I am fully onto bully carved up. I think from a rather depleted state of a pretty heavy deficit over the last few days, breaking 69, hitting 68.8, uh, going into then omega carbs, I think it's pretty much like plumped up the shit out of my muscles. That's the hypothesis, because I did do some like check-ins whilst on this little staycay, but just looking at myself in the mirror like morning of, I was like, Jesus, like really freaking veiny and gross, but also really full looking. I don't really look like I haven't eaten in the last like 15 days. You know what I mean? Striations still as well, and like decent separation. So I'm excited to see what a freaking chest and shoulder pump is gonna look on top of that. So nothing too crazy. I mean, 3 days no training as well really helped reset the nervous system. So that's pretty fucking neat. And the extra calories definitely I feel like is like the cherry on top with all of that. So well rested, really really keen for like a nasty chest, shoulders, and maybe even tricep pump. Like just hit all three. And I think some of the poses are just gonna go absolutely crazy. But we will see. Like this is the hope, of course. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's still train and knock it out, go crazy there. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Alrighty. I did want to use the pec fly, but there's some guys using it. So instead, I'm gonna go, and this is a bit risky, and I'll tell you why. But I'm gonna go heavy cable cross for my first movement. And risky because I was warming up, working up in weight, and literally not even first working set. I think I fucking let my arms go too far back, and like my fucking mid rhomboids, mid traps are fucking like, they're not tweaked, but they feel a little like jittery. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore that and continue to try train crazy, and we'll open up with this. We'll see how we go. The goal, carved up chest. That is the goal. Let's see it. Oh. Oh. No more. No more. All right, semi-moderate overreaction by me. I'm not done with this exercise. I'll still do another set, but this time I'm gonna go high to low row, and then I think by then the pec fly will be free, and I want to hammer at least one, potentially two sets there. Dedicate maybe two sets shoulders, two sets triceps. Just call it there. Don't go too crazy on the rest and return to training volume. The intensity's still there for sure, but trying to stay injury free, right? That's something front of mind for me. 2.5 weeks out. Anyway, let's just see how this high to low version looks. Fucking lost my hat, goddamn. Oh, all right, all right. Not bad. Now I've got a friend who he made this public post pretty much. He commented on my video. I know him in real life, but he pretty much was like, "Ew, bruh, how low your arms are in the pec fly machine." Let me tell you something. Let me address this, right? It's really more so like a hypothesis more than anything, but I am convinced that more of my pec fibers run diagonally downwards into my sternum compared to most traditional muscle pec fibers running more horizontal. I think a majority of mine angle downwards, and I find like I get the biggest and best chest pumps and squeezes when my hands are quite a lot lower. Goodness, also forget it. Anyway, relatively heavy. 96 kilos. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 from the stack. I did try one heavier earlier and I managed to get the rep, but it would have been a grinder for like a clean set of 6. So this one I'm hoping for around 8 or so with some pretty damn good form. But I'm going to do this version to please my mate, and then I'm going to do the version that I like shortly after. 2 sets here. Sorry. Music's fucking up. Oh, fuck me. I had to do that raw, no music. My fucking. It was okay. We'll do one more. All right, we call this a far shot. I don't fucking know. It's just like a full body shot. Anyway, I like to do it standing so that my shoulders are a bit higher than the handles. I can grip it a tiny bit lower. I mean, you can add in the fact that I get a bit more of a free moving scapula because there's nothing pushing back against it. But some could argue that the feedback and the extra stability it provides, offsets that. But anyway, that's getting into the weeds of it. This is how I like to do the pec fly machine at this particular gym using the Life Fitness ones. And only because it's just a bit too high for me, even on the max setting. It's just way up here. Anyway, I've done this before where I've slipped, so there is a bit of a focus on keeping my damn feet grounded. Anyway, enough talking about it. Let me just show you what it looks like. Ugh. Ugh. Done. Woo. Not bad. That honestly might do us for chest. I don't know. I'll have a think. All right, this is a little fun one. Lateral raise machine, seated. This has like the handle grips that sort of slide forward and backwards. So you can sort of grip onto it at a certain degree of like wrist movement up that feels comfortable to you. Normally, I actually push the handles all the way forward And it's sort of so because when I want to do the lateral raise, I want to think of like pushing my elbows up and a little bit out in front, not just directly off to the side. And so when I have that handle there and I'm sort of jamming my fist into it as well as raising my elbow, it sort of fits that like direction of force that I'm trying to apply. And so that's how I like to use the handles. Moderate weight here. I mean, 39 kilos. I mean, it feels moderate to me, but I think I've done like up to 60 and onwards on this machine. So I don't know. But I mean, I feel like the execution here is going to hopefully be a little bit more clean. We'll just see. We'll see. Likely another set after this, but let's just give it a shot. Oh, that's pretty good. That felt pretty good. I think maybe too many reps, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Ugh. One more. Oh, jeez Louise. That was nasty. All right, 2 sets of triceps, and I'm freaking excited to check this pump. Freaking excited. Not bad though. If you thought the time was tricep rope extension time, you'd be correct. Shit, I hope I got that. I normally hold the mic. Fuck. Anyway, 1 set here, and then maybe push downs after. We'll see. Ugh. 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 Woo! That's why you only need one. Goodness. All right, one more. Alrighty, last set here. It's gonna be a straight bar push down, but I like to do them a little funky. I like to let the elbows flare out quite a bit to around where the elbows are in line with the shoulders. And then when I push down, I'm thinking of trying to also involve like the minor pec and really drive the elbow down whilst also straightening the fucking arm as well. Who did I learn this from? I don't know. I think I just went experimental mode with like trying different types of tricep contractions. As crazy as that sounds, but that was pretty much it. I was like, world tour, all these different tricep machines, tricep movements, whatever, free weights, dumbbells, cables, laddie daddy, and try to take each set to failure and then sort of just like library archive what each set to failure felt like. And then pretty much when I train and it's like, oh, you know what? I haven't felt that particular type of set to failure in a while. I sort of miss it. I miss that feeling. And then I'll go ahead and, do that exercise. Is that a little weird? I'm worried it is. Anyway, this set though, not worried at all. Gonna go crazy. Ah. I just know for a fact I was making the most fucked up faces. Whatever. Let's check the pump. All right, I took longer than I like to admit in terms of setting up this shot. I'm doing the camera facing me rather than through the mirror, and I'm standing a lot further back. So rather than only having one downlight shine right on top of me, I've got the front one that's giving a bit of what, like, I don't know, if I can ambient lighting, and then this one, the primary downlight, right on top of me. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying. I'm just trying to get the best shot, pretty much. Anyway, fully calmed up. Fully calmed up chest, side delt, and tricep pump. And then make no mistake, when I say fully calmed up, I mean it. Let's run through a couple. Phew! Not bad. Not bad. Let's have a look. Jesus. Not bad. Not bad. I need to practice the side chest. So when I pull up, spike down. That's pretty dramatic. I like it. I like it. Spike down. Anyway, I totally forgot I was on camera. Fuck. How to end the video? Look, I'm fully calmed up. The diet has gone to shits, but the physique is pretty much looking like what it would be like on stage. So if I brought this package on stage pretty much right now, maybe a little less pumped, would I be happy? I mean, it definitely doesn't look bad. Opens anyone? Opens? Nah, nah, come on. Midsection definitely softer for sure, but just the size on the delts and I feel like the size on the chest as well. Really, like this upper portion, even though I didn't really even train upper chest, starting to have a bit more size. But obviously that's just because glycogen, like, injected, liquid injected into my muscle cells, and that's why they appear a lot bigger, right? Whilst I now diet for the next 2 weeks pretty full on, they're gonna shrink and get less and less, and then pretty much redo the same carb up protocol leading into the show, so that on show day, rather than look like a scrawny little skeleton fully undepleted, I can look a bit more fuller based on that size before the carb load. Does that make sense? Anyway, if not, anyway, if not, if you listen to this far, thanks for tuning in.